Free Press petitions for Alex Jones to be banned permanently from Facebook. And the group's called Free Press, run by George Soros. And they just say, hateful conspiracy theorist Alex Jones is back on Facebook. They don't even give excuses now. They just say, he's back, whack-a-mole. Just a few months after the site kicked him off, urged Facebook to ban him permanently. Now listen, a lot of you are probably noticing right now that I've not even talked about the fact that one of the top stories in the country is ban Alex Jones. And I got a really interesting text in the middle of the night from a very famous talk show host saying the irony, and it was a tweet that said Free Press. And it's a Soros group publicly. And then it says, we must ban Alex Jones completely off Facebook. Well, I can tell them that 2 of those 3 aren't even our Facebook. I don't even know how all that works, but Facebook has those pages. We've talked to 2 people that have it. Shadow ban where hardly anything can be promoted. Less than 1% of our traffic to Infowars.com now comes from Facebook. They shadow banned us like 2 years ago. So they're having this whole rigmarole about get us off Facebook, and really it's about collecting emails to build a lynch mob to go after Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity and others. So they turned me into this unlikable creature of the left. Then they used me as a fundraiser and as this straw man creature to attack everybody else. And I talked to some of these national folks last night and this morning, and they totally agree with me that that's what's going on. And it's just, so I haven't really talked about it today because, you know, look, the listeners are either going to tell their friends, their family, their neighbors, their email, their whatever about InfoWars and about News Wars and who we are, or you're not. I mean, if you don't see they want to shut us down and you don't promote it, and you don't tell folks about your local stations, then we're going to lose. You got to get obnoxious. You got to get repetitive. You got to get aggressive, which you've been doing. And I want to thank you all, but I haven't even already plugged the last 2 days, and almost no money's coming in to fund our operation. And, you know, and I just feel like the information's so heavy that if people don't want to go to InfoWarsStore.com and get the great products there and get the great discounts, then fine, don't. It's really your choice. I'm going to cover information and news even more and try to not just sit here and plug all day because the time is of the essence. And I think the audience is smart enough to get that. One of the smartest groups out there. And that's just what my gut tells me to do. But we do need your support. Got a lot of big specials going right now. And without you, we won't be here. But, you know, it's just surreal to have George Soros publicly funding a group called Free Press. In fact, guys, can you pull the article up? It's informationliberationarticle.com. Here it is. I have it right here, actually. Let's do it over the headshot, please. Then I'll go to the calls. And I'll host a little bit in the next hour to all these calls. I know Matt Bracken's coming up. Free Press petitions for Alex Jones to be banned permanently from Facebook. And the group's called Free Press, run by George Soros. And they just say, hateful conspiracy theorist Alex Jones is back on Facebook. They don't even give excuses now. They just say, he's back, whack-a-mole. Just a few months after the site kicked him off, urged Facebook to ban him permanently. Facebook, as bad as they are, was the most judicious about all this with their fakeness. They at least had some pretense. They said, well, we did find some transphobic things, you know, saying 5-year-olds shouldn't be taught how to wear dresses at school. We did find some of that, so you're banned off these 2 pages, like those pages. And then there's the personal Alex Jones page that's shadow banned. It doesn't really do anything. And then there is some other sites that, there's some fan sites. They're always like, there's a fan site. You can't have a people promoting, get him down. We're liberals. We're the Free Press. And you say, that doesn't make sense that this group Soros is funding and getting everybody banned and organizing lynch mobs, outrage mobs, is called Free Press when they're anti-free press. That's the point of having men dress up like a bunch of pedophiles, all white men, dress up like famous pedophiles, and have huge, giant rubber, you-know-what's hanging down, and that's proper to put on the news. But see, in 1984 land, when I talk about it, it's bad. Like on CNN, they can all cuss all day long. If we let a cuss word slip through, oh my gosh, FCC investigations. But don't worry, at Free Press, that's the sick name. It's like the Committee for Child Safety, you know, a hypothetical name, and then it's a NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association. And I obsess on that because when you get down to brass tacks, the Vatican, the UK government, all these big institutions are run by pedophiles. They're all weird, soft, pasty weirdos that are so demon-controlled, all they want to do is ruin your son or daughter's future by stealing their innocence. And then invoking them into the cult and getting them to bring them more children. And then they tell them, well, you've been involved now. Well, we're putting Zuckerberg on screen. I'm not saying there's any evidence that Zuckerberg's connected to pedophilia. We never found that. It's Netflix that's like the pedophile channel now. They have like 5 shows out about how pedophiles are good. And like I said, folks, they're coming for your children. What are you going to do? But I haven't really even mentioned that because it's just crazy. But there is a danger, though, that even InfoWars, we just kind of get used to being banned. Oh, Roku today, Facebook tomorrow. And groups calling for don't let any users even talk about him unless it's negative. Then that gets promoted. And see, that was not the unseen part. I knew that was going to happen. But the thing about being banned or throttled back to nothing on these platforms is everyone is then given free rein once your hands are tied and once you've got a gag in your mouth to do whatever they want, and you realize what cowards they are. And that's why they want children. They love the helplessness. They love the child begging for mommy. They love the tying up and the raping and torturing until they call it using them up. And when they're done slurping the last bit out, they drink their blood. And then they have sex with the body, the dead body. And then they eat the food. They eat the baby. Yeah, that's the rituals. And so if they can't abort your children before they're born, yeah, eat the pain, endorphins in the meat. If they can't get them aborted or can't get them autismed, they're going to hit them with GMO and radiation. But their favorite thing, their favorite thing is just what they call listening to the beautiful music of a little boy or girl beg for mommy. Oh, and the best part, sometimes they start begging God for help. Oh, it's so good. And when God doesn't come, the child just curls up. And the pedophile comes and opens his gauge and says, you're never going to see Jesus. And then they rape him some more. But that's okay. Hollywood has that right? I mean, Aleister Crowley, in fact, killed his own son. That's why he's so respected by these people. A pot-bellied demon. And so I just want all these people to know something. You came from hell, and you're going to go back to hell, and you're going to get it. So I'm going to start the next hour, and then I'll go to your phone calls. I've digressed. But it really is important. The crew's been pointing this out. I can't do 30-second plugs twice a day and keep us on the air. We have to beat the Soros lawsuits, the Hillary lawsuits. We beat most of them, but they're doubling down. And we have to, whatever we do, we have to have a big, long, strong finish. We can hold out for years. We're going to continue on. We can hold out forever if you give us the funding. And so, you know, I learned about all these old rich people that give their money to the SPLC that's got billions of dollars offshore illegally, and people that give, you know, reportedly David Duke's been given just property all over the country, so fabulously rich, it's insane by old racist. You know, I don't get up there and say, hey, old folks, give your property to me. You know, instead they just give it all to the Salvation Army. Like I had some family that had big Texas Instrument patents and stuff, and they just gave it all to the Salvation Army, which is a pretty good organization. All I'm saying is just go buy the products. Go buy the toothpaste and go buy the supplements and buy the water filters and buy the air filters, you know. And instead of buying it all at Target or Walmart or Amazon, which Jeff Bezos sworn to destroy you, we are an organization that needs money to fund this thing. I'm willing to go all the way to the mat. I'm never going to back down, but I need to run this operation. And I need cold, hard cash on the barrelhead to do it. So I want to thank you all for your support. But, you know, those of you on the fence, you really shouldn't be on the fence. You should flood us with the money. Flood me with it. And I give you this commitment. I will fight as long and as hard and as truthful as possible. Yeah, people don't like to give donations, though. They always just need to buy product. Donations at InfoWarsStore.com. There's a donations button there. Or just buy the products, get them, buy them for family, friends. It's amazing. InfoWarsStore.com, Ultimate Bone Broth, Alpha Power, Happies, X3, Knockout Sleep Aid, DNA Force is amazing, Silver Wound Gel, patented, high quality, FDA approved, Living Defense, a parasite cleanse. Boy, that's important. And so much more. Sorry I talk about a lot of dark, evil stuff, but, you know, facing the facts is what's going to save us.
It's really hard to have the energy at the end of the day to still get to the gym or to go for a run or go to the park or, heck, even take your dog for a walk. Believe me, I know. I spend hours in front of a screen and then hours in front of bright lights every day. But thanks to Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsStore.com, I still have that energy. There's no way I could have the energy at the end of a long day to fight back against the chemicals in the food and water, to fight back against the modern day lifestyle with the screen time and the extended hours, to still have the stamina and endurance, energy and drive to get to the gym, get to the park, and get exercise that you need for your health. So go to InfoWarsStore.com and get Super Male Vitality before it's gone. This is actually our last run of Super Male Vitality. So I want you to experience Super Male Vitality before it's too late.
Unleash the super male in you. Super Male Vitality from InfoWarsStore.com.